you average out the View hosts, among the dumbest people on television.
Sunny's dumb. Certainly not the brightest person. And what she just said just doesn't make any sense. It's just like so silly to say. It's not a well thought out.
As you may heard, I filed a few lawsuits and I'm in the court now because they accuse me of doing stuff that I never did in my life. And they wrote lies. And I will not allow that. I will fight till the end because I don't want that they damage my reputation and my name.
I think she hates him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, so we can all agree on that. I also think that she wants to take him out. She does not want to be the first lady anymore.
All right, everyone, get ready for a story that's making major headlines right now. You won't want to miss this. Melania Trump is taking legal action against the hosts of The View in a high-stakes lawsuit worth a staggering $100 million. Yes, you heard that right, $100 million. This legal battle is shaking up the media world, leaving everyone wondering what went down. So, let's break it all down. Former First Lady Melania Trump is suing the hosts of The View over some explosive comments made about her live on air.
Who hates Christmas? Melania Trump hates Christmas. She doesn't want to decorate for Christmas. She doesn't want
She doesn't care about that.
She doesn't want to sleep in the same room with him. She can't tolerate him.
I said to my husband that, the language is inappropriate. It's not acceptable. And I was surprised because that is not the man that I know. But my husband is real. He's raw. He tells it as it is. He's kind. He's a gentleman. He supports everybody.
The tension is palpable, like a pressure cooker ready to burst, and Melania Trump isn't backing down. So, what exactly was said? Well, the comments were nothing short of controversial. During a recent episode of The View, the hosts took a deep dive into Melania's time in the White House, and let's just say their opinions weren't flattering. One host suggested that Melania never seemed to embrace her role as First Lady, even implying she wasn't exactly thrilled about being married to Donald Trump. Speculation about her marriage ran wild, with claims that she might not even like her husband. But it didn't stop there. They also took jabs at her personal choices, from her White House redecoration to her take on Christmas traditions.
Allegedly, he was cheating while Melania was pregnant.
That was all. That's not going to come in front of the jury, though. The judge just ruled that.
We're on television now. And then after Melania gave birth to the baby, he found Stormy to strip around with, right?
Yeah.
It's like people should look at him and say, what kind of an insecure jerk are you? You know what I mean? It's like, oh, my wife's pregnant. I'm not attracted to her big belly or something. And now she's paying attention to the baby and not me.
The hosts painted a picture of someone unhappy, struggling with her role, and failing to meet public expectations. It was a lot to take in, and unsurprisingly, Melania Trump wasn't having it. She's firing back in a big way, filing a defamation lawsuit, arguing that the host's statements weren't just false, but also deeply damaging to her reputation. This isn't just about hurt feelings, it's about protecting her name and image from what she believes are baseless and harmful attacks. But the controversy doesn't end there. Enter Joe Rogan, podcast icon and outspoken media critic. Rogan didn't hold back, calling out The View for what he sees as blatant hypocrisy. He pointed out that just a few years ago, Trump and Melania were welcomed on the show with cheers and hugs from the same hosts, now tearing her down.
One of the things I wanted to talk to you about, I wanted to play this, but we decided we shouldn't play it. We don't want anybody to have any sort of way to get it down. The episode of you when you were on The View, when you were running for president.
Right. Donald Trump is a billionaire, a real estate mogul, and a television star. But does he really want to add President of the United States to his resume? A lot of people would like him to.
You got introduced as our friend Donald Trump.
Please let's find out and please welcome my friend Donald Trump.
Whoopi Goldberg gives you a big hug and a kiss. Joy Behar gives you a big hug. Barbara Walters gives you a big hug. They all loved you.
We're so happy to have you. Whenever you're on with us, we're very happy.
They're talking about you as such a favorable light. The audience was cheering, and then you actually started winning in the polls, and then the machine started working towards you.
Joe Biden knows how to do this. Trump.
he tends to just...
Fast forward to today, and The View is treating Melania like their public enemy number one. Joe Rogan wasn't buying it, calling the shift a calculated narrative flip driven more by politics than principle. But he didn't stop there. Rogan went after the show itself, blasting its focus on sensationalism over substance. If you average out the IQ of The View hosts, you might still struggle to hit triple digits, he quipped on his podcast. Ouch. His audience ate it up. But beyond the drama, this case raises some big questions. What can and can't be said about public figures? Where's the line between opinion and defamation?
I saw you on The View.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's been overwhelming my past couple days. So I just went in there, did my thing. I had no idea what to expect. I didn't know who Sunny Hostin was. I actually still really don't know. So I wasn't expecting necessarily for her to kind of try to ambush me in that way and attack my character in that way.
Well, it is the show that people love to hate.
Yes, that's true.
They get so much hate watching viral clips of them saying ridiculous things. I mean,
Yeah.
it is a rabies-infested hen.
If Melania wins, this case could set a groundbreaking legal precedent, reshaping how the media discusses the personal lives of celebrities and public figures. The fallout could be huge, potentially changing the way shows like The View cover politicians, celebrities, and anyone in the spotlight. This isn't just another controversy for The View, this one is different. We're talking about a former First Lady suing one of the most watched talk shows in the country. This is next-level drama. And let's talk about timing. As Melania files this lawsuit, Donald Trump is making headlines for entirely different reasons. Some speculate this could be a strategic move to shift media attention back to Melania, especially with all the political heat surrounding her husband. Whether it's a calculated play or pure frustration, one thing is clear: this case is shaking up the media landscape.
Now you know who has been bragging all over the campaign trail about how he's the one that overturned Roe v. Wade, but apparently his wife has different thoughts on the reproductive rights after posting this video plugging her memoir. Take a look.
Individual freedom is a fundamental principle that I safeguard. Without a doubt, there is no room for compromise when it comes to this essential right that all women possess from birth: individual freedom. What does my body, my choice really mean?
What's especially surprising is how quickly Melania took legal action. High-profile figures often brush off criticism or issue a brief statement, but not Melania. She's going all in. This isn't just about clearing her name, it's about demanding accountability. By taking this to court, she's drawing a firm line between what's acceptable and what crosses into defamation. This isn't a quick fix, it's about protecting her reputation for the long haul. And with $100 million on the line, it's clear she means business. This isn't some PR stunt, it's a serious legal battle with major stakes. Melania is making it known that these comments didn't just spark controversy, they caused real damage to her image and how the public perceives her.
Would be made that you would have to be sitting here defending it.
You never thought about that, but I'm not surprised in one way, because a lot of people, they're against my husband, and he's run for president, so nothing surprised me.
It's got to be hard though. It's got to be a difficult thing.
In one way, it's hard because press, it's very dishonest, and it's a lot of lies that they've written also about me as my husband. And you need to defend yourself all the time.
So, what does this all mean for the rest of us? It raises some big questions. Do public figures like Melania have the right to complete privacy, or is a certain level of public scrutiny just part of the deal? And where do we draw the line between free speech and defamation? This case could be a landmark moment in media law, with experts predicting ripple effects throughout the entertainment and news industries. If Melania wins, it could reshape how the media handles personal matters involving public figures, whether they're politicians, celebrities, or even their family members. Of course, opinions are divided. Some argue that Melania is using this lawsuit for publicity, while others believe she's genuinely fighting to protect her reputation and set clear limits on what the media can say.
I mean, that is violent. They've got to stop talking like that about a former president who's had 2 assassination attempts. I mean, that's just ignorant. Because I do want to get back to this point with the left and Melania Trump. Why can't she just be her own woman and have sex? And so why all that criticism? I mean, that was gross from The View. And look, The View is not the litmus test of America. We don't think that.
They were afraid of that remark. That was their problem.
So why did they handle it that way?
The truth likely lies somewhere in between. But at its core, this lawsuit highlights the ongoing battle between fame, privacy, and media responsibility. It's a reminder that even public figures deserve protection from false and damaging statements. As the case unfolds, all eyes will be on Melania and The View to see how the courts respond. This isn't just about money, it's about setting a precedent for how the media discusses public figures. If Melania's lawsuit succeeds, it could change the way talk shows and news outlets handle controversial topics.